Hey you guys, it's Moonlander back with another horror movie review, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Irish movie called Stitches. And Stitches is a horror comedy about a killer undead clown played by Ross Noble.
Everybody happy? Bastards.
This movie starts off at a kid's birthday party where the mom hires this guy to play a clown at her son's birthday. And he's a terrible clown. And anyway, so he's doing his act and it's not very good, and all the kids are kind of picking on him. And it basically ends up with it leading to his death.
Time to cut the cake.
And so as the story goes on, these other clowns perform some sort of ritual, and 6 years later, Stitches the clown returns to take his revenge when these kids are at an acceptable age to murder. And the movie does a pretty good job of leading you up to this party thrown by teenagers where this clown shows up to kill them. And the actor playing the clown, Ross Noble, does a terrific job. It's very funny, and he does a really good job. I mean, he's just really likable because he's so funny. Yeah, and they even make up this whole mythology about clowns having an egg that has their face painted on it. And in order to defeat Stitches, they have to destroy this egg that's in this tomb with all these other clown eggs. So I thought it was kind of cool that they made up this whole thing for clowns. Like sort of some background or lore to go with it. As far as I know, that's not true. But yeah, he does such a good job playing a killer clown. It's full of laugh out loud moments. Yeah, and there is a part in this movie that was really funny where he decides to beat the 9 lives out of a cat. And he's just like whacking the cat around and counting down to 9. And the movie's not intended to be scary at all, but almost as much as it is funny, it is gory. They do some pretty elaborate kills, and they focused hard on doing gore for this movie. It's really pretty gruesome. All while being funny too, so they did a good job with it. There is like a really weird scene toward the beginning where the main character is like daydreaming in class, and he dreams that his teacher turns into a clown, and his teacher goes up to his friend and rips his privates off and attaches it to a floating balloon. I found that to be a pretty morbid, and I wasn't really sure what I was getting into, but I just kind of stuck with it, and I was glad I did, because it has to be one of the better horror comedies I've ever seen. Yeah, so I would suggest this movie to any horror fan, because pretty much most horror fans enjoy a horror comedy. And this one is pretty top notch, I would say. It's definitely disgusting, and you're gonna laugh at it. It's just that well done that I find it hard to believe any horror fan wouldn't like this movie. So I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. just because it was really well done and all of the roles were performed really well, and they put a lot of effort into the kills. And you know, it's also, you know, basically a slasher movie. And you know, that's the most part of the battle on a slasher movie, is having like interesting kills in them, and they did a good job with this one. So yeah, I highly recommend this to any horror fan, and it is available at least on the American Netflix. So yeah, check it out, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
You have a head